We've just completed our podcast, and now we want to talk about our weight loss journey. How's it going, man?
Yes. I am... Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I feel good. Sleeping a little bit better, with asthma, breathing a little bit better. I feel a little bit better than better, but I am not over the craving sugar better. I'm totally good with drinking lemon water, and I'm doing high protein, low to no carb, but what by carb I mean sugar, starches, flours, the beans, like those complex carbs.
Right.
I'm really just doing lean proteins and vegetables.
Yeah.
And I want to eat all day long. I just do. And I miss my sweet baked confections. And yeah, I tried no coffee and then I had to cut back on
can't
coffee
do no
it was
coffee.
just too much.
Gotta have coffee.
But the sugar withdrawal, man, it's not cute. So I bought some Atkins bars, the Indulge, that have like 3 or 4 net carbs. And if I really get a feeling that I really need something sweet, I'll eat one of those.
Okay. Well, it sounds like
that's where I'm at. I haven't really exercised, though. I walk the dog a lot and brisk and keep the heart up. But I have not done my Leslie Sansone yet, so I feel like a complete slacker.
You're so lazy. I can't believe it.
I am. It's horrible. # horrible.
I have not exercised either.
Oh,
not
then
even...
I don't feel so horrible.
Well, that's why I'm only joking. You're not lazy. I'm lazy. And remember, I was like, I'm going to do my sauna and I'm going to do my Kundalini yoga and I'm going to walk. And oh God, please. It was enough for me that I just had to eat intermittent fasting, paleo / keto. That was enough. At around Wednesday, when I still hadn't exercised, I was like, let it be enough to just adjust to what I'm doing, because I stop eating at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And in fact, for 2 or 3 of those days, I stopped eating after lunch at like 1:30. And I'm like, at 3 o'clock, I'm like, should I shove something down my gullet just because I know I'm not going to be able to eat until tomorrow? Like, I get this panic. And no, I don't do that.
Wow. Wow.
Um,
You are a beast. I
Are you calling me fat?
Bless you. I can't do it. No, you're just a beast. you're a wild animal.
Well,
I can't do it.
It's hard.
Ravenous. So I'm eating later in the morning so that I can eat later at night. Because, I get off of work at 5. I get home at 6. And the problem is I am starving because my lunch is like between like 12 and 1 most days. I'm starving. And I know that is when I will go and eat crackers or horrible things that are not good for me. So
Right.
then I have to be able to have a meal when I get home. So just push my window for intermittent fasting later so that I can come home and have a meal and then be okay.
Well, so what's your feed window? How long is it?
Well, it was 8 to 5.
Right. Okay.
And then now
So
it's
9
like
hours too.
10 to 7.
Okay.
But, and I feel okay, but I mean, I eat sometime between 6 and 7, but I feel okay eating because it's just some protein and like it's a, portion of protein and a ton of vegetables. And then I don't go to bed till like 9:30 or 10. So I feel like, and I don't feel heavy. I don't have issues like going to bed, doing that. So I'm okay with that. I mean, I just, I want some pasta and some cookies and some brownies and some cupcakes.
I think I'm going to have to do what you're doing because I think my last meal being at 2 o'clock is just a little traumatizing to me. It's like if I could just slide that window over, but see, I cannot abide personally a 9-hour feed window. That seems way too long for me. Like I need maybe a 4-hour feed window, which sounds maybe 5 hours feed window. So if I could wait for that's my coffee. If I can wait for my first cup of coffee until noon, then I could probably swing my last meal at 5, which would probably keep me satiated and happy through the night. I mean, up until the time that I go to bed. But then I'm just like, I need my coffee so bad though, Bryan. I need my coffee so bad. And when I wake up, I start doing things. It's part of my ritual is to have coffee.
So let me ask you this. Do you think you could have a coffee in the morning like you would normally have, push your eating window much later and just be okay and not attach negative energy to having that coffee in the morning? Just be like, I'm just going to do it.
Right.
Because you're active. Would that offset the little bit that you're taking in with the coffee?
I think that's just
because coffee itself has no calories.
Well, I'd put cream in it, though. I mean, half and half, right?
The cream is a fat in its natural state, so now you're just having nothing and nothing.
Right, but as soon as I add the cream, it becomes something that my body is processing and digesting, and so now the window has begun. Like, that's how you do it.
Okay.
So to do pure intermittent fasting, if that's what I want to do, then I can't really have a coffee and a cream. I can have a black coffee. I could have a black coffee, but I don't like black coffee. I really don't like black coffee at all. So I could do that. And I think it would still be quite effective if I had my coffee in the morning and then just waited until 3 or 4 or whatever and had my one meal of the day, my OMAD. And that would still be a lot. That would still be very effective. But I have to push past my eating disordered structure, my structured brain, which requires me to eat out of a box. I can only eat this and this, and now I can only eat it at this time and that time. So my thing for real, doing anything like this, is always trying to balance my mental health so that I'm doing something for myself that's good for me, but I'm not tipping over into obsession. Like I can only eat for 2 hours and I can only eat carrots. That I'm very, very vulnerable to that. So I've been managing a lot of that self-talk for myself. And so maybe for me, the challenge will really be loosening up a little bit and opening it up a little bit so that it's not so hard. Not that it's terribly hard. It's just joyless to me. Like if I can't have a glass of wine at night, that's a bummer to me with some cheese. I'm bummed. If I can't have anything, it's just, what do I do with my hands?
Yeah. I feel it. Well, and because I eat because I am happy, I eat because I'm sad, I eat when I'm stressed. Like I just eat. I love to eat. And the problem is then I can't eat. And so I feel like it's that is where I find myself the most like, because when my window is over, that is it. But see, I think I'm not intermittent fasting properly then, because I do sometimes later in the evening have like a glass of lemon water.
That's fine.
And my body's saying,
that's fine, actually. Lemon water's okay. And I actually did research about this because lemon water covers a multitude of sins for me. I can drink lemon water and actually feel pretty good about it. And from what I've learned is that it's okay. But I'm like, why is that okay? But cream's not okay. I don't really know. I think the proof is in the pudding and whether we're losing weight, which of course I don't know because I'm not weighing myself.
I don't know that either. I will tell you though that yesterday Friday at work, someone that I see every day, at least once a day, passed me in the hallway and said, "You're losing weight." And I said, "Oh, I don't think so, but thank you." Because I thought, no, how could I be losing weight? Because
you're a man.
Maybe a pound. But I mean, I certainly, I don't feel it. Although yesterday I did put on a pair of underwear that I haven't been able to wear.
Yeah.
Now they were tight as hell.
Right.
But I could still put them on. And I was like,
Progress.
But I mean, it's only been a week.
Right.
I don't expect anything earth-shattering, and I'm not weighing myself. I've decided I'm definitely not weighing myself.
At all.
Not for a while.
Okay.
Maybe not even to the end.
Whoa.
I don't know. I know that if I do, it'll be at the end of week 4 or like beginning of week 5, if at all. Because when I was heavier before and I lost weight, I was obsessed.
Yeah.
And I was losing, like the first 2 weeks, I don't think I lost anything. And then it was 5 pounds every week.
Wow.
But I was also hardcore, like Suzanne Summers summer sizing. And it was crazy. And I didn't exercise at all. I followed her plan, which I'm mostly following now. I am summer sizing, but with her, you could eat all day long, even up to you go to bed, as long as you follow the rules, which is just proteins and fats are one way of eating. And then carbs is another way of eating. And with carbs, you can't have proteins or fats. So you'd have to have like 100% whole wheat bread and vegetables. And I could do that, like say a Subway sandwich, and I would just get mustard on the vegetables. And it was okay. but I much prefer the fats and the carbs, because the carbs you're eating then are vegetable carbs.
Right.
And you can have as much as you want, not eating certain vegetables like carrots, in the beginning, because they're so high in sugar and all of that, and like sugar snap peas and regular peas because they're a starch and blah, blah, blah. Right. So I'm just, yeah.
Well,
but
I don't know if I told you that when I summer sized, like back in, 2004, I like gained 7 pounds the first week because I was just eating rice and vegetables. I ate so much rice though, and like the pastas and like the carbs. I ate bread, and I was just fine without having butter. I was just like eating a bunch of it, and I gained weight. I was very bummed about that.
Oh my God. Because when I did carbs, I did brown rice with nothing, just cooked the rice, and then I put, what vegetables were you putting
Spinach. I'd cooked spinach. A little bit of salt, yeah.
And what kind of bread were you eating?
Whole wheat or like whatever was organic.
But did it have sugar in it? And
probably. I gained 7 pounds.
Well, that's probably why.
And I was eating white rice. White rice. I'm from Hawaii. We like the white rice.
You're not allowed to have white rice.
I feel offended by that. Like, who are you to tell me that I can't have white rice? It's a carb. I feel like it's fair.
Suzanne Summers said no.
And my scale.
Brown rice.
My scale.
And
also.
your scale. But, but again, and I've heard that women have a more difficult time losing weight anyway, but especially on summer size. I was talking to some people and they said that it took them a lot longer, and, their husbands are, losing weight like that. My mother and father did it. Mm-hmm. And my father lost 25 pounds in...
Wow.
I want to say it was about 5 weeks, around about 5 weeks. And my mother lost like maybe 10 pounds.
That is
she was
so
devastated.
Unfair. God, I'm talking to you. So unfair that men can lose. That's why I'm saying you probably have lost maybe 4 or 5 pounds because you're a dude and I'm not. And so I'm not going to weigh myself because I'm sure that it's not going to have moved very much. To me, it's about establishing habits and routines and just doing it because I need to clean it up. I need to clean it up. Yeah. I need to feel better about myself. And that's one thing. I've been sleeping better. Like I take supplements before I go to bed just because I have a hard time with insomnia generally, but I've gotten on a routine where I take my supplements about an hour before I go to bed, and then I sleep like 8 hours a pop, and I wake refreshed and right to go. I also feel like I just have a more optimistic viewpoint. I don't know. I just feel better when I know I'm doing something good for myself and that's clean and healthy for me. So that's been good. Except for, the
fantastic.
Exercising part. How have you been feeling?
Yeah. I do feel better. I am sleeping better. I'm breathing better. I am more alert.
Yeah.
Like at work, because this was a crazy week prepping for our new semester start on Monday. So there's a lot going on, a lot of moving parts, and I was like ready to go and killing it. And that's a level of energy that I haven't felt
it's so important. I never realized how much energy is a big deal as you age. Like when I was a teenager or in my 20s, boom, 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 boom. I had so much energy. Also, I had acuity, like my language. I was able to I was so eloquent and I was able to speak. And of course I can still speak and such. And at times I can be eloquent, but it was just more. It was more and it was easier and it just flowed. And now I find like I really have to be conscious about what I do to energize myself. Like enough water. Am I taking my supplements? Am I taking my nootropics? It seems harder to be clear.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And fresh.
Yeah.
Like energy, just ready to go. It's like harder to get there.
Yeah. Nootropics certainly help. They, especially now that we are older. How dare I even say such a thing?
Like that you said that, and I just 1 second. Okay, what now?
We are more mature.
What?
At this point in time in our life.
What?
No.
Oh.
No. Well, yeah, nootropics certainly help. I feel more with it.
What do you take?
Than, I was taking galantamine for the longest time, and now I also take something else that I can't think of the name of right now. Okay. But I take it every day. Well, That's funny because I'm so clear on everything else.
I take lion's mane.
I'm going to have to go. Okay, we might have to edit that out because now I feel dumb.
Oh, no. Okay, well, I'll ask you. Do you want me to not to ask you?
Well, I could go find out.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Well, we'll settle on galantamine because I still do take galantamine.
You do? You still take galantamine?
I do. I still do take galantamine. I don't have any out-of-body experiences or spiritual experiences with it at all.
If you take it regularly.
I thought I was.
Yeah.
But I've been taking it twice a day.
That's what I mean. If you take it regularly, I feel like you're less likely to have those experiences as opposed to like taking a break from them, like a 2-month break and then going back to it. Then you're more likely to have an experience.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah,
I gotcha. Okay.
With galantamine. I take galantamine every day just because it's supposed to be good for cognition generally. Yeah. I also take lion's mane and I take alpha GHC or GPC, alpha GPC maybe, which is a blend of, I don't know, something. And I've just started taking that and actually have felt a difference with my mental agility. So those are good. Yeah. And sometimes I take ginkgo. I mean, I just rotate these supplements through like it's my job. Like if it's something new, it sounds good, I'm going to try it. So
yeah,
that's what
I like it
doing.
because when I wake up, I'm not foggy.
Right.
And when I get to work, I'm usually, it's like 8 o'clock. And I'm like, well, let me really, get into, like, I'll spend that first hour going through my emails, setting up the day, that kind of thing. And then around about 9 o'clock, let me, get into it with people. But at 8 o'clock, I'm like raring to go. I'm like, I'm firing through the emails. I'm doing what I need to do. I feel so much better. So that has helped a lot.
Well, I think that's just going to increase. It's going to get better and better. I think this week I will try to incorporate exercise, something. I'm going to just walk my dog, like as opposed to having a complete regimen and all these plans. I'm just going to walk my dog.
You're moving. That's
I'm
important.
Moving my body.
You just should move.
I'm moving my body. It's a beautiful weather here in Texas right now. I love the cold. So it's like, 50s. It's a beautiful time to get out there, walk your dog, get some exercise.
It's 80 here today. So.
Florida with your weather.
It's ridiculous. I know. I want to do Tai Chi.
Oh, gosh. Like Kung Fu? Oh, no, that's not. Did Kung Fu do Tai Chi?
No, Tai Chi, like the...
Yeah. I can see you doing it. Oh,
I haven't done it.
It's
clearly, that's not really Tai Chi.
It's supposed to be really good for you and your energy and everything.
Yeah, that's a whole moving the energy through your body and nature. And I want to do it, so I'm thinking about doing it.
Well, please report back to us here on AfterPop because we're going to want to know about that.
Yes.
And
AfterPop
I would like
film
footage of you doing that with a bunch of people outside in the arboretum or in a park. I would love that.
I would just be doing it by myself. Outside.
Oh, I guess
so not to embarrass myself in front of other people.
Come on now.
Just like my Leslie Sansone, I'm not going to let anybody see me doing it because I look like a crazy person.
No, you don't.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I believe you.
I do. I do.
Well, that is my goal for this week, is just to continue to do what I have been doing, maybe be a little looser around the parameters and stuff because I'm eating clean, it's going well. And then just to add in some SSI. So SSI.
I think that's fantastic.
Okay.
That's great.